Hello everybody, I am the Shonen Saint, and today I am back with another world that I would just kind of like to talk about being in a future Kingdom Hearts game. And today I wanted to talk about a world like Dumbo and how Dumbo could potentially work in a future Kingdom Hearts game. Now I know what you're probably going to say, Dumbo? How could that work as a world? Or you're saying, that won't work as a world. But I do believe Dumbo could work as a world if Square and Disney truly wanted it in, and this is how I can see it working mainly. First, I can only see this world working as a minigame world. Like, it just has to be a minigame world in the same vein as Kingdom Hearts 2 Atlantica and 100 Acre Wood. Now, I know that doesn't get a lot of people excited, but I think minigame worlds have their place in Kingdom Hearts. I like them. As long as the minigames are good, I do not mind. I tried to think of a way for battles to happen, but it just didn't work in my mind. This is a type of world that just could not work in a traditional Kingdom Hearts world fashion. But making a minigame world could actually work. And I can think of a few minigames that the Dumbo movie could provide us, and just kind of get it to work in that way. For a story reason to be there, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't have one. I just kind of have that they just kind of showed up there and they just want to help Dumbo because he's an old friend from Kingdom Hearts 1, which has been proven that they do remember the summons. And they just want to help Dumbo keep his circus going. Meeting Dumbo again, meeting Timothy Mouse for the first time, maybe even meeting the Ringmaster as well, and maybe setting him up to be some sort of antagonist to the world. Well, we'll get back to that part later. As for like how Sora and the gang would look, I think maybe they could transform into circus animals. That could be a possibility, but they could also just kind of stay the same as well. This is a world where you can either transform or you can't transform. It just really depends on how the world would work in its story aspect, because it has been proven that the animals in that world can talk to humans, but, they can do whatever they want. Now, doing this, you can have a few mini-games based off the circus acts that were in the movie, and a few of these can be pretty fun and can help you unlock extra abilities or upgrades to abilities like glide and high jump, or the diving mechanic that was introduced in Kingdom Hearts 3, kind of introduced in 3 Jump. A few of these minigames can be something like this. Remember the part of the movie when Dumbo had to jump out of the flaming building and land, I think it was either on a trampoline or a ring of fire? Well, you can have Sora do that instead. Have a minigame where he jumps out of the burning building, but it's way higher than it was in the movie, and you have to dive down and use the dive mechanic to land either in between the ring of fire or on a trampoline. And you can have different levels of this mini game as you progress, like an easy, advanced, hard, whatever, and it gets higher each time. There's more obstacles on the dive down that you have to avoid, and the target in which you have to land on gets smaller with each one. Another one I think is just a simple gliding mini game. I couldn't really think of anything to do for this one. I just Dumbo gliding. It just makes sense to me in my head. And as for the last minigame I kind of want to throw out there is maybe a Pink Elephant on Parade, like rhythm battle game to the actual Disney song. Like the song would be in this rhythm game, and it would just like, it would be a classic Kingdom Hearts battle. Think of something like not really Melody of Memory rhythm game, but like what's the game, Cryptic of the Necrodancer or something like that, like a rhythm battle in that stance. I think that would be really cool and could work, honestly. The only problem is you kind of have to take away the implications of why the pink elephant showed up in the first place. But I think, like I said, it can work. They can work their way around it. Plus, Kingdom Hearts has had alcohol in the game in the past. Granted, that was Pirates of the Caribbean, but I think it could all work at the end of the day. I also like the idea of a world based around a circus level. I've always just loved like circus and carnival themed worlds and levels in video games, kind of like in Nier Automata we had one with the amusement park, and we've even had a world kind of like that in Kingdom Hearts with the Prankster's Paradise and Dream Drop Distance. I like that world. I would love to see a more upgraded circus type world. I just find them interesting. I also really wanted to add the ringmaster somehow into this story as the antagonist, because he is kind of the antagonist of the movie, even though everybody is against Dumbo. He's always the one that they kind of point out as the main villain, but I wasn't really sure how he could fit in with that, so I just have him play a small role as an announcer to each of the mini games. Maybe he's kind of like a dickhead, and Sora and them have to like embarrass him every now and then, but I don't see him being a full-on boss fight villain. But with those few ideas, I can also see Dumbo not ever making it into a full world. And I was just happy to at least see him as a summon in the first game. I think that was a really cool idea. And I wish they would bring back more of those cool ideas for summons, like Kingdom Hearts worlds that, or characters that won't ever get a world can make it in as a summon. I think that was a cool idea. Because honestly, with the lack of a story reason, no enemies making it into a mini game based world, I honestly just don't know how Square would handle that. I mean, they do like their mini game based world, but I just don't know how a big of a shot Dumbo would have. Plus, it does have some controversy with the movie itself. That's why I kind of specifically left out a handful of characters. And with Kingdom Hearts World just getting bigger and grander, I just don't know if Dumbo has a spot in it. But honestly, I would like to see it at some point. It doesn't have to be a main game. It could be one of the smaller titles. But what are your guys' thoughts? Do you think Dumbo could work as a world? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like the video and, I don't know, maybe sub, because I'll see you guys again soon in the next video. Bye-bye.